Welcome to the Kane Reloaded Show. This your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy DJ Reloaded.
Tonight's topic, we're gonna talk about Miss Jada Pickett Smith and how she felt about the comments Snoop Dogg made over the Gayle King interview with Lisa Leslie over the Kobe Bryant comments. So, I'm gonna play a little snippet of how Jada says she feel. See how you feel about it. Hold on a second, pull it up. I can get this thing to act right. In 1 second.
You all right, baby?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this.
And you said what you said. Came out.
Trying to get the start
When
over.
you first came out, and you said what you said, in regards to Gayle.
Yes. Can you hear it?
My heart dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like not only were you talking to Gayle, but you were talking to me. I was like, oh no, Snoop has now taken his power flow away from me, away from Willow, away from my mother. Right? I was like, oh, if this is what's happening, I was like, not Snoop. Right? And so that's one of the reasons why I felt like I really wanted to have the conversation with you in the spirit of healing. First came out.
All right. I heard a little snippet of that. How you feel about that, DJ Reloaded?
This is one of the things that I was thinking throughout this whole time with Snoop Dogg, how I was hearing and seeing people respond to him. I was afraid that people was making this about black women. And I think that fear became reality with that statement that Jada made. I think that it went from Gayle, Snoop Dogg responding to Gayle about attacking black men, and Kobe, which is somebody who he loved and respect and was trying to protect Vanessa and the kids. They made it about black women in general, and that's
Right.
and now again, was he wrong for threatening her? Yes, he was. Right. I mean, he could say what he wanted to say. He apologized for it. He did mention that it wasn't a threat. I think, but I still think that he has the right to express himself. But being in his position, he should have conveyed that a lot better as well. But again, it was an attack on black women, and I don't know the power that he took from her, because it was never about Jada. I think that Jada tried to make it up. She trying to put herself into the equation, or the power that be that's pulling the strings behind the scene, because they got my boy Snoop looking like a little sad puppy out here in these streets. I mean, just his expressions and how he looked in that video. Somebody's pulling the strings behind scene, and it for Jada to play that role as if he victimized her and her daughter and her mom. She got to cut it out. How you feel about it?
Feel somewhat of a similar way. When I look into this situation, I can't see how anybody can make anything that Snoop Dogg said about them, because he personally directed to a certain person. He personally called that person's name and said, these are the words for you. He wasn't talking about nobody else. Now, if you want to say the power that was trying to be taken, was Kobe Bryant's power, his legacy. That's what was trying to be taken away. And Snoop Dogg did what everybody else who saw that interview did, was spoke up for the man who wasn't here no more. And you trying to take his power. Now, if she want to say, oh, you dogging all black women when you come at her like that. You talking not only to her, you talking to me. No, he not. People need to stop taking messages that's sent for other people as if they were sent for them. Okay. Like I said not too long ago, he directed that message to Gail, not to Jada. And Snoop, that's his fault for sitting up there looking like a meme. Okay, that's his fault for sitting there looking like crying Jordan and all of that else. That's his fault. You want to know why? Because that's
Wow.
what should have set up there and said to Jada, listen, understand how you feel. Understand how all y'all feel. But understand how I feel and understand that it wasn't coming to you. You don't have to be up there and act all sympathetic about the situation. Oh, I'm sorry. No, man, look, if you took that personally, then guess what? You was on the side with her. You was in that same you the enemy too with at that point. Like I don't get all
What do you mean? What do you mean side? Like what side we talking about here? Like you trying to say that Gail agreed or feel like Kobe raped this girl?
of course she did. And even if she didn't, that's the narrative that they was trying to get her to push. So you guilty by association. So it don't even matter if you believe it or not because you was trying to push that narrative in the first place.
I mean,
So
I don't know, man. I feel like for me, the big issue again. I mean, like we started this YouTube channel talking about unity, especially for 2020, and I feel like we're getting so far away from it. And I feel like, even previous videos, like I mentioned it feels like it's getting to a point where it's black man versus black woman.
but that's the point. That's the point of what I'm saying about this whole Jada Pickett situation is what you just said. Why him standing up for the black man is the attack of a black woman. It like why he can't be just attacking that individual. Why gotta be an attack on all black women? Because Gail wasn't going after all black men, she was going after Kobe Bryant. So you didn't see Snoop get up there and say, "Oh, Gail, I felt like you was talking to me in that interview, and you took my power."
But he did though. I mean,
No, he didn't.
if you go back to the interview, hold on, let me go ahead and give you what he try to paraphrase. Right? He said, why do you always attack us?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do as black men feel like Oprah and Gail are attacking black men. That's
No, it ain't. We feel that's facts. Stop trying to sugarcoat that. That's facts. That man ain't speak no assumptions.
I mean, so when he addressed it, Gail, it was a buildup of frustration from previous interviews, from her Oprah doing docu series on powerful black men that a lot of black men think or feel like they're being attacked by those two.
Okay, because they are. So he wasn't coming at her assuming. He was coming at her like, man, why do y'all keep doing this, especially with us black men? Now, answer this question. With him standing up for black men, how does that involve the black woman?
Well, I mean, you have to understand this feminine movement, or or illusion, that's going on right now for this. Again, I love it. Women always, to me, had a voice. I think a lot of women choose to not use their voice, but right now it's really been pushed down the throats of most men, and that's white, black, brown men. And it's a change in society, and it's a change that, I mean, unfortunately, I think that we're gonna have to learn how to accept and deal with.
Yeah, but like I said, man, people need to all understand that there's no movement for you or me, or it don't it's not a man nor a woman type of thing. We supposed to move together.
Well, I mean, like I tell people, yes, black women are and have been historically unprotected, disrespected, etc. Right? I agree with that. But when I make this statement or this point, people, normally y'all nod their head and they agree. Black women have been historically raped, killed, brutalized, right? So as black men. This is not a competition. This is not
That's what I'm saying.
we shouldn't
That's
be
my
having a competition amongst each other about who get treated worse or fair, et
words,
cetera, et
right?
cetera. It should be a unified thing. I don't mind Gail asking the question. I mind her pushing and keep pushing and trying to poke and find something. That's
Fact.
what most people found
But that's what
disrespectful.
mostly everybody found an issue with, was the fact that she kept trying to push it upon Lisa to try to dig something out of there, even
Right.
after the fact of Lisa saying, I never saw that, but you wouldn't see it. Like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, man, we all know what happened in that interview, and we all know why Snoop Dogg stepped up and said what he had to say. What I feel like, man, he don't need to be apologetic for things that he said. He need to stand on it and maybe say, you know what, I should have used a couple other different choice words of talking about it, but I stand on what I say.
Yeah, facts.
So with that being said, we're gonna wrap up the show. We need y'all to like, subscribe, share the video if you can. Get in that comment section. Let us know how you feel. If you rewatch this video, get down there, just type a little something and tell us how you feel about it. Everything count. We need the likes, we need the subscriptions, and we need the shares. Let your people know about it. Don't be selfish.
Yes,
This
sir.
been your boy 305 Kane.
And it's your boy again, DJ Reloaded.
We out. Peace and love, family.
Peace and love.